Okay, so I took out the power cable. All that required me to do was to remove this marine sealant, and then I removed the marine sealant from the rear. Just pulled the cable right through. In the new kayak, we've got this handy dandy thing. This is supposed to go in here, but I'm just gonna remove that. I'm gonna pop this out because that's supposed to be popped out anyways, right? And then I'm gonna run my cables up through there. Short trip right to here, this rail system right here. This is where I'm gonna mount this. And all the mounting stuff for this is supposed to be here today. So hopefully I can get to it. All right, welcome back. I've done this one before, right? Mounting the Striker 4. I did it on the Triton, about to do it on the Tamarack. This was way easier. I did not have to cut out, a 8-inch in diameter hole out of the hull. Just basically pulled the stuff out. I had to use or buy a couple of mounting things. It was no big deal. I'll show you what I used. Here we go. Well, this said cut tabs for plier storage. Well, I got bigger plans, buddy. Okay, so I think we're gonna be good. I think this is gonna be perfect. Battery's gonna be nice and safe. This compartment's watertight. Okay. All right. So since I haven't been out for a while, I got a little rust on these, so I'm gonna use my little wire brush. Take care of these guys real quick. Fix them up. Disconnect, reconnect the wires. It's gonna be great. Okay, I have taken out, I have brushed off. All right. These connectors. Hook them up. There we go. And we're gonna see if we get power. All right, we're hooked up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Clean them up pretty nice. We got power. Turned on simulator mode. Looks like everything is working. Very good. If you have never looked at a fish finder before, all these little arcs here, those could be fish. That's something swimming in and out of your sonar zone. So, yep, this is some structure right here. Looks like a nice little seam right there. I would fish there. So if it's not a hard line, then it's probably vegetation. Rocky bottom looks different. This looks like vegetation right here. And again, these arcs, those are possibly fish. This is, looks like some more structure. Pretty cool. Oh boy, let's see what we got. Okay. This part actually comes with the Striker 4, but the bottom base plate is mounted to my other kayak. This is the mounting arm for the rail system that I bought. Alright, so I just line up the screws on this little plate. Oop, this plate that comes with it. Screw it on. Attached to this. Where this goes, it came with 2 plates, so that's cool. And then this is to my rail system. So, okay, there it is. All right, it's mounted. It's on there. I did have to buy a whole new little mount for my Garmin, but it's pretty inexpensive because I used the other mounting disc right here, and that sucker is on there. I marine sealed that. So this, and this particular model comes with a mount. I should be able to mount it right here. And then I'll see where I feel more comfortable in the seat, where I want the cables to come up. Okay, so I just pulled the transducer out of the old kayak, and I will simply use the same duct seal. So I used half of it last time, and put this transducer right in there. All right, when you do this, you gotta knead it a little bit so you don't have any air in it. Then you just place your transducer in the middle of it, and then like make a little cradle for it. Okay, and there it is. I'm gonna keep pushing it in there. More and more. Just try to get it as deep in there as I can. Okay, we got her all pushed in there. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that placement there. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a hole about the center of this rail system, just in case I want to move it back, or I want to make some adjustments to it. So, okay, very big drill bit, very small drill, and I'm just gonna take her out like right here, I think. All right, there it is. Well, it's done now, so. Well, that was way easier than fishing it out with a clothes hanger. You just reach in there and poke it through. So there we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is pull it out as far as I want it, and then I'm gonna put a zip tie on it, and then I'm just gonna marine seal it all over that. And it's gonna be awesome. Okay. Now we got some power. Okay, my suspicions were correct. So these are too high profile for this to close all the way. So I'm gonna have to get something else. All right, so I traded in my alligator clips for some different connectors, and we're good. So now I guess the test is if I can close this. Without any problems. Which I'm gonna say that's gonna be a big old yes. Yep. Boom. Success.